Hello traders, welcome back to the Forex Gig where we dive deep into the tool that can help you make smarter trading decisions. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to start trading with $100, walking you through setting up your account, managing your risks, and choosing the right currency pairs and entry signals. You will learn exactly how to calculate position sizes, place orders with clear stop losses and take profits, and maintain the discipline needed to protect your capital. So stay with me until the end to see exact steps you can follow to use your first $100 responsibly and comfortably. Now, a step-by-step strategy for trading $100. You start by trading. You need the required and a clear and methodological approach to protect your capital while building experience. This step-by-step strategy will break down everything you will need to do, from selecting a broker to managing your trades. For a broker selection, you have to choose the right broker. You set the foundation for every trade. You select a broker regulated by a majority of regulatory bodies such as your FCA, NFA and your ASIC to ensure your funds are protected and executions are being transparent. You have to verify that the broker offers micro lot trading, which is 1000 unit lots, so that each pip move can cause roughly $0.10, which is 10 cents, allowing precise risk control on your small balance. You have to look for tight spreads and low commission, since high transaction costs can quickly erode a $100 account. You have to confirm the platform provides reliable orders, execution, real-time quotes, charting tools and a mobile app for ongoing monitoring. These are the key things you need to verify when choosing a broker. Now, for your account funding, you have to fund your live account with the exactly $100 using a secured payment method such as your bank transfer, credit card or your e-wallet. You have to choose USDT or your home currency as the base currency to avoid conversion fees or small deposits. Complete all identification process step by step promptly so that you can focus on trading and not paperwork. Once funded, you have to set your leverage to around 1:10 or 1:20 to prevent large drawdown from small market swings. High leverage may look attractive, but it can wipe your account in seconds when news hits. Now, for your pair selection, you have to stick with the most liquid major pairs such as Euro USD, JPP, USD JPY, and your GBP USD. Where these pairs, the spreads are at the lowest and slippage is minimal. These pairs react predictably during London and New York session, giving you clear entries and exit points. Avoid exotic or low liquidity pairs. Their spreads are usually wide and they can have sudden jumps that can destroy your small account. So focus on trading in the peak overlap between London and New York when volatility and volume matches your micro lot strategy. So you focus on the major pairs. Now, for position size, you just need to risk no more than 1% of your $100 on a single trade, and 1% of $100 is exactly $1 per trade. So when you are taking any trade, you just need to know that wherever you put your stop loss, you should just be risking 1% of your $100, which is $1. So if you have a 20 pip stop loss, it means that you have to calculate your position size in such a way that you are going to be risking just $1 in that 20 pips stop loss. This is basically what it means. So it will help you to manage your lot sizes and calculate it so that you don't risk more than expected from your $100 account. There are a lot of position size calculators that you can see online, so you just need to get one and make use of it for your position size calculator. Now your entry signals is very easy to enter the trade. You just need a simple strategy by combining your simple moving average. You need to combine your simple moving average. You set your moving average to 50 period moving average and 200 period moving average. This is the main period moving average you will use. What you need to know is that when you combine your simple moving average with your RSI for confirmation, this creates a very powerful strategy you can use in the market. All you need to know is when the 50 period moving average, which is this blue line, when the 50 moving average crosses above the yellow line, which is your 200 moving average, once you see there is a crossover between these moving averages, you look for only buying opportunities. This is basically what it means. Now, when your 50 period moving average crosses below your 200 moving average, once you see there is a cross below the 200 moving average, and at this area you can see there was a cross below, you know that you are only looking for selling opportunities. Then you need to add your RSI, and you add your RSI, you add your 14 period RSI. This is the 14 period RSI, and this is required to be above 50 for buys and below 50 for sales. When it is above 50 at this region, you know you are looking for buying opportunities. When it's below 50, you are looking for selling opportunities. Remember to place your stop loss just below or above the major swing point. For a buy trade, you place it below the most recent swing low. If you are buying at this area, you place it at below the most recent swing low, and you aim for your 1:2, minimum of 1:2 risk to reward. While if you are in a sell trade, you place your stop loss just above the most recent swing high. This is basically what you need to do when setting your stop loss, and you aim for minimum of 1:2 risk to reward. Now your trade management comes next, which means once price moves in your favor for the same number of pips as you risk, 1:1, you can shift your stop loss to break even. Shifting your stop loss to break even means that you take your stop loss and put it above your entry zone. Let's assume this is our stop loss. This is our stop loss. Let me change the color to red. This is our stop loss. Once price has moved in your intended direction, you just need to move your stop loss. You just need to move your stop loss to above entry region. When you do that, you have secured that trade. Even if price moves against you and reversed, it means that you wouldn't lose on that trade. You will come out in a little profit. It will secure your capital if market reverses against you. So you need to avoid manual exit based on emotion. You have to only use price alerts to stay informed without staring at the screen all day. You have to let your plan run according to your rules you set. Now, do not forget that any trade you take positively or any rule you set, you need to journal all your trades, because when journaling your trades, it helps you to go back to all your trades and you review them and know what you did right and where you got and you did things wrongly. It helps you to stay at the top of your game to maintain consistency. All you need to do is to keep a detailed trading journal by recording the dates, currency pair, the direction, the entry and exit prices, your stop loss and take profit levels, outcome and notes on market context and your mindset. So at the end of the week, you have to calculate your win rate, your average profit versus loss and your maximum drawdown. Now use these metrics to refine your strategy, adjust your simple moving average periods, your RSI threshold or your risk percent if performance fall below your target. You have to set monthly improvement goals and track your progress rigorously. This is why trading journal is very important. So always journal all your trades and your thought process when taking the trade and after the trade. All right, traders, we have come to the end of this video. engage with us in the comments below. We want to hear about your experiences. And if you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out on more trading tips and strategies. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next